Aloha and welcome back everyone. Join me on this channel as I talk about all I've learned in my journey as an investor and how I was able to retire from working a 9-to-5 job at age 30. Happy holidays everyone. We're finally here. We've reached our goal of having over $2,000 in our Robinhood brokerage account. So, what's next? Well, good news. We made our goal just in time for December. What's better than receiving a dividend gift from your investments? ETFs that pay dividends weekly. Today, I'm going to talk about the two ETFs I'm adding to my portfolio that will grow my account to $3,000 and pay me dividends weekly. If you take a look at my account, you can see I'm still investing into VOO, QQQ, and SCHG daily. Click the link above to follow along from the beginning, or if you'd just like to learn more about any of the ETFs I just mentioned. Let's head over to Roundhill's website to learn more about these two ETFs. Under the Featured ETFs heading, click Income, then click QDTE. QDTE, or the Roundhill Innovation 100 Zero DTE Covered Call Strategy ETF, utilizes 0 days to expiry options on the Innovation 100 Index to generate income every market day morning by selling out-of-money 0 DTE calls on this index. Let me break that down for you. The Innovation 100 Index consists of the top 100 companies by market capitalization. 0 DTE, like I said previously, refers to options that have 0 days to expiration, which means they are set to expire on the same day they are traded.
Son of a nutcracker!
All you need to know is that Roundhill's QDTE is an actively managed ETF that uses 0 DTE option strategy on the Innovation 100 Index to generate income, and you get to reap the benefits. And the best thing about QDTE is that Roundhill distributes their dividends weekly. You heard me, weekly. That means I can receive more cash or more buying power every week. Now, you'll notice QDTE's distribution rate is 25% as of October 31st of this year, but compared to VOO with a distribution rate of a little over 1%, 25% is such a great deal. If we scroll further, we can compare QDTE's expense ratio of 0.95% to that of our previous ETFs we invested in, which were anywhere between 0.03% to 0.2%. And although the expense ratio of QDTE is much higher than that of previous ETFs, we are still gaining a 25% yield in dividends. So everything will balance out. Take a look at the distribution calendar. Roundhill provides a whole month in advance calendar for all future declarations, with EX, record, and payment dates included. This is extremely helpful because you can see exactly when they're going to announce their price per share that they're paying on the distribution date. Speaking of distribution dates, who doesn't love payday? Most of the time, since QDTE is a weekly ETF, we are most likely going to get paid on Fridays, but holidays can change that. And all previous distribution history is located directly below the distribution calendar. You'll be able to see all past declaration dates, EX, record, and pay dates, and also how much investors were paid per share. As a little refresher, let's go over how you can use that information to figure out how much you'll get paid. It's as simple as multiplying the declaration price by the amount of shares you own. For example, if you own 1 share and the declaration price is 20 cents, you'll get paid 20 cents. Do remember, shares bought on or after the EX date will not be counted towards the current pay date. Next, let's take a look at QDTE's charts. Having only launched on March 7th of this year, QDTE is still a fairly new ETF, so there really is no long-term charts to go over. This time, I'm focused on the year-to-date chart. This chart looks a lot different from the charts I've gone over previously. In fact, the year-to-date chart shows that QDTE is currently down 6%.
The impudence! The audacity!
But remember, this ETF is an income ETF, not a growth ETF. And actually, when you take a look, QDTE's charts doesn't even reflect their dividends payouts. This happens because QDTE pays investors dividends by taking out money from the NAV, or net asset value. This is also referred to as NAV erosion. On every EX date, ETF prices will decrease by the same or close to the same amount as the declared distribution price per share. For example, if QDTE's declared amount per share is 20 cents, then on the EX date, the ETF's price will decrease by or close to 20 cents. This is important to realize for QDTE's and similar ETFs charts because their charts will show fluctuations of a narrower range of downward sloping trends. But your portfolio will still increase because you're getting paid a higher dividend yield.
Bye, guys.
Wait, whoa, not so fast. Let's talk about XDTE. Click on the tab Our ETFs in the top right corner of the screen and select XDTE. Roundhill generates income using XDTE exactly the same way they do with QDTE, except that XDTE tracks the S&P 500. If you've been following along, then you are probably also invested in another stock that tracks the S&P 500. Hint, it starts with the letter V. Just like QDTE, the Roundhill S&P 500 0DTE Covered Call Strategy ETF also pays its investors weekly dividends. But unfortunately, XDTE doesn't have as high of a distribution rate. Its distribution rate is a little over 15%. However, a 15% weekly payout on your investment that can count towards your passive income is a great yield. Under fund details, the expense ratio is also 0.95%, just like QDTE. If you continue to scroll, you'll see that according to XDTE's distribution calendar, it will list the same exact distribution, EX, record, and pay dates as QDTE. That makes it so much easier to remember and to invest. Let's take a look at the chart. XDTE was also launched on March 7th of this year, so again, we won't be able to see the long-term results. But if we take a look at the year-to-date chart, XDTE shows a little over a 2% gain. Similar to QDTE, XDTE has NAV erosion, so XDTE's chart will move similarly in a sideways and or downsloping pattern. Again, when investing in an ETF like QDTE or XDTE, my portfolio will not reflect the downtrends of these ETFs because of the growth ETFs I'm invested in. I get to reap the weekly payouts of these weekly yield dividends while not suffering major losses in my overall portfolio. Let's head back so you can see how I plan on reaping those benefits this December. On your Robinhood Investing homepage, click on the Account tab and then click on the Recurring sub-tab. Once again, here we are at the Recurring Investment page. I've already changed my recurring investments since the update of our last video. I now have $10 in QDTE, $10 in XDTE, $10 in SCHG, $10 in QQQ, and $10 in VOO. My budget of investing $50 daily has not changed. Only the ETFs and the amounts I'm investing with have. If you need help setting up or editing recurring investments in Robinhood, click the link above. All of my recurring investments are still set up to invest every market day. Remember, always set up your portfolio to fit your budget and frequency that works best for you. It's exciting to see how much my portfolio has grown in a little over 2 months. Don't forget to subscribe to see what steps I'm taking to continue to grow my portfolio after I reach $3,000. Leave a like or feel free to comment any questions about today's topics, or if you'd like me to cover any other topic on this channel. As always, mahalo for watching. Hau'oli mo la'a nui to you and your ohana. Bye-bye!